All right, everybody calm down. Forgot my guitar, and I forgot to let the chickens out. All right, welcome, gang. We're gonna meditate. Then we're gonna have some church. I just call it the tide, the tide, the live church, because it's early. But we're doing church right now, so if you had to go to church today, being Sunday and all, you did it. You're here. Congratulations. So we're gonna have a little meditation church right now, which is awesome. We have been doing it for I don't know 3 weeks, almost a month, maybe something like that. Like doing pretty good. Meditating every morning, and it's been pretty sick because we've had some people massively change their life. So if you've ever been interested in meditating and you jumped on this live, we're gonna do a little one in a minute. I'll talk about it. But even if you've never done it before, you should try it because seriously, it really fixes your brain up. If you're in a lot of anxiety or just life shit, you know how life happens. Have you ever had life happen to you? Yeah, I know. Happens to the best of us. But when you sit and meditate, on it doesn't even have to be all fancy, like some monk on a hill with his balls in the snow. It doesn't have to be crazy like that. You can just sit and calm your mind down for a second. Um, because I have those thoughts that are running around all the time. I mean, those guys are zinging all the time. When you can turn those off regularly, just a little bit, it just turns the volume of life down systematically, like over and over and over again. And here it goes, and here it goes, and here it goes, and it's down, and it's down, and it's down. So I don't know. It's it'll completely transform your life if you just give it a little shot, which is always nice. Which, by the way, I mean, since we're here, we're not even meditating yet. It's 6:20. I wrote a meditation course just for people that want to do learn how to meditate and they don't want all the bullshit and they want just kind of the basics. What's going on in my body and my mind and why does this work and how do I actually practice? And it's real simple. I did one like that because everything there's too confusing out there for everybody. So it's a really nice little course. I do a super sale for live people because for the meditation people that come in the morning. It's basically a kind of a workbook or a handbook or a guide for them. So use the code live meditation at checkout for the meditation workshop, and you get 50% off, which makes it $22. So it's like, here's a great guide to meditation for practically free. So go buy that meditation guide if you're interested. It's a simple little workshop. It's about an hour long, and the videos are all split up into little parts. So it's real easy. Here's how you do the breath stuff. Here's how you do the mind work stuff. Here's how you sit. You know. And then there's some guided little meditations in there too, which is cool. And I'll have some nice guitar ones in there as well. I just don't have them recorded yet. I too enjoy opiates. Well, you enjoy opiates. I think I like my own opiates. I'm real good at getting happy and doing things to trigger my happy receptors. Like meditating. Yo, what's good, bro? Everything, all the stuff. What's really good right now? You know, the kids and I had a really nice day. We had a really fun day yesterday. We did a super dumb adventure. We're like, let's try to get to the skate park on the e-bike. The e-bike's not big enough for three of us. It can do two of us. But Aiden towed on his scooter behind us, and Nellie and I were on this e-bike with skateboards. This is hilarious. We were riding across town like this idiot circus, all of us on an e-bike with skateboards sticking out everywhere, and just it was hilarious. And then we went and got some. God, what did we get? Some horrible taste Slurpees that sugared us up. It was great. Oh, I'm from San Diego area, Encinitas specifically. Well, I'm from San Diego area. I've been here my whole life, and then Encinitas the last maybe 6 years, 5 years. If I could only eat the same food the rest of my life, what would it be? Fruit. Does that count? It's fruit. If I only had to eat like a food to eat, I would just say fruit. Give me like 3 fruit. I could deal with that. But as far as being able to keep my body alive and sustainable and things like that, I would do that. If it was just for flavor or something I would never get sick of, Mexican food. Oh, I can Mexican food it all day long. Oh man, I feel like I was born in a taco. You know, I was actually named a. I'm proud of this too, so I need you guys to pay attention. Write this part down. This is a part of my. I can feel it. This is a little bit of Daniel ego that's there. Okay, I need you to acknowledge my ego for a second. I was once named an honorary Mexican by a friend who's he's like La Raza Mexican. Like, let's give San Diego back to Mexico for real Mexican. And he named me an honorary Mexican one time. He's like, and he made me a custom set of guitar strings. Like, it was serious, right? He made me a custom set of guitar strings that had, okay, if you do nice guitar strings, damn it, I'm getting all excited. I'm supposed to be meditating right now. Now I'm getting excited about guitar strings. On electric guitar strings, the good ones, they have these little silk wraps down here, you know, or like old school guitar strings. But you can get hand wound electric guitar strings, and you can get silk wraps on those too. So if you have a like a Jag or something like that, you see them, which I just happen to have a Jag. So he did me a set of guitar strings that look like a Mexican flag down there in the silk wrap. It was so great. Oh man. And his guitar strings were phenomenal. They lasted. That set of strings lasted me longer than a year, and they still sounded amazing. They're different. They're different materials. Not your normal shitty stuff. Anyway, hi Instagram. We are gonna meditate in a second. Good night from Japan. Thanks for hanging out. We're gonna meditate in 5 minutes from now. Do you want to hang out and meditate yourself to sleep? That'd be cool. Anyway, that's enough of me ranting about guitar strings and getting all excited. Go ahead and like the videos. Wherever you're streaming from. I'm streaming from multiple different platforms this morning. We're gonna meditate, and then we're gonna have some church. You know what that means, kids? I'm gonna rant about something. I'm not sure, but it'll probably be about maybe feeling a connection of closeness to God, the greater sense of the whole, the everything, the all of it. That thing that we're all looking for, you know, that thing that everybody's all trying to get up in that business. Somebody just tell me how to make Instagram comments actually bigger. Happy Sunday. Back for your second time. Yay. I'm glad I'm streaming on Aaron, good morning. I'm glad I got streaming on multiple platforms this morning. It's really tricky to get a bunch of feeds up at the same time, especially when you're sleepy and you're really just trying to meditate, but it's okay. We got this figured out. Chickens are out. Sun's coming up. Hummingbirds are doing their thing. Oh, did he find it? Damn it. I don't think he did. I put a carrot out for my rabbit. I'm trying to lure my rabbit in, but he works real late, you know? He's like a night shift guy. But I'm trying to get my rabbit to come regularly into the yard with my chickens. Because I think it'd be nice, you know, have little jungle friends around. Naturally occurring jungle friends. Your boarding dogs kept you up all night. Uh-oh, it's because you napped it. Good. Sunday is a good rest day. So right now we're going to start our rest day with some resting. Some good meditation. It's funny that day of rest idea, you know, of Christianity. Let's take that, you know, God made all this shit, and then he was like, all right, that's cool, let's take a break. So there's this idea of taking a cycle of rest, you know, work, rest, repeat. Now, who knows where that idea came from, you know, all that original idea of God and stuff like that. But we can definitely say, oh yeah, everything in life does have this very natural phase and kind of cycle, you know. Even the very sun itself, which has been worshipped as the, you know, the son of man and things like that through the generations, the millennia, the rising and the setting, the sun going into the underworld, never to be seen again. Oh, what will we be? You know, these ancient people, they don't know anything about anything spinning around. They're just like Where the fuck did the sun go? It's the underworld. Oh shit. And then it rises again to bring new life. There's all these traditions of that phase of life, of this renewal, this rebirth, rising again, all phoenix shit. You name it. South society's got an image for it. Even as we sleep and wake, everything is a phase back and forth. Your heart is off, your heart is on. Your heart's off, your heart's on. Your heart's off, your heart's on. You get the idea. Maybe a little more rhythmic than that, but you get the fucking idea, Everything's just this wave back and forth. And that's fine. It's life happening, We get so caught up in the linear aspect of it that we imagine to say, oh, it's progressing, instead of, here I am experiencing this wave of life in motion and movement. We get so tied up in that forward motion, that progressing. We forget to be in the moment. So to sit and meditate, calm down a little bit, helps you to be in that moment with life. And so as the things then come, you're very centered in your wave. You're balanced. You're waiting. You're like, everything's just happening and you can surf it along. And you're not like, oh shit, oh, why is this wave doing a wave to me? Oh God, fighting it like a dumbass. Now just surf it, surf the thing. And so when you learn to meditate, and you learn to calm your heart, your mind, and your body, you learn to be very relaxed in that wave as it goes, and you learn to have a really great time with it. So there's that. As long as we learn to maybe find balance as we surf those internal waves of ourself and all that bullshit, without running around in there, all those scary memories, it's best to just sit nice and still, maybe with your back straight, maybe sitting at the edge of a bench, a chair, seat, your feet on the ground flat. The exercise is to just be present and aware with you and with your body. I have little flowers dropping on my guitar this morning. Maybe they want me to play it. So just sit there with your body. And the idea is to sort of go in there. This body, that scary space, all of those, maybe the underworld, those dead memories, those memories that have been laid to rest but are still kind of festering in there. So when we sit still with ourselves, it's an exercise of being with ourselves, with this emotional body, which is also the physical body, which is also your mind. We tend to run away from it emotionally, run away from our experience by numbing it out or whatever, instead of being with it. So meditation teaches you to be with it, not run away from your experience. Good morning, ladies. The chickens are here. They may be squawking for a moment. So just sit there and breathe. And the whole practice is to just breathe. That's it. Now, if you're doing anything other than breathing, you get back to focusing on the breathing. So if thoughts are coming up, be like, okay, no, we're breathing right now. Let me just breathe them out. I'm not thinking that right now. I acknowledge that, but I'm just this breath of moving air in and out. That's it. I hear your thought, but we're not thinking that right now. I'm just going to breathe this breath. Thanks. Gotcha. We'll check in on that later. Okay, cool. All right, see you later. Page me. And then you breathe. Simple day. Go back to the breath. And then there's some rumbly ass feelings, They don't feel good. You don't like those. same rumbly ass feelings that may make you want to reach for substances, make you want to reach for your phone or for food or for whatever. Just not be able to sit still. Have to numb maybe the television on constantly. So as we sit, we start to hear these old stories that are painful. They trigger painful sensations in our bodies. Our nervous system doesn't really know the difference between these active thoughts and these subconscious thoughts. So when we sit in safety and stillness in meditation as we breathe, and we allow ourselves to feel these feelings, which are simply old memories, we allow ourselves to still our thoughts. It recalibrates our nervous system into a space of safety. It says, hey, you're okay, everything's okay. So you're literally stopping and having a deep breath, you know? So if you're thinking about anything other than the breath, just go back to the breath. Breathe the feelings out. Breathe the thoughts out. Here I am. Simply breathing, that's all you got to do. Let that breath move deeply down into your belly. Let it move all the way up in your chest, in your torso. Just bring yourself to stillness as you breathe deeply in. And enjoy your meditation. Good morning, everyone. How are we? Just feeling it? You're pumped? You're pumped for your day now? I mean, I know I am. Nellie's pumped. Good morning, Nellie. Thanks.
This one's for this one's for them. You guys go. You guys get a penguin.
Oh, looks the same on both sides. What kind of weird penguin is that? You threw him in the dirt? Good morning, Aiden. What are you guys doing up so early?
It's too hot to sleep.
Yeah, this kind
I
of
literally
warm.
woke up sweaty.
It's nicer out here. I know I was a little bit hot in the house.
What's that?
Should open all those windows up, turn that fan on. What's that?
that?
That's Restream. So that's on YouTube and Facebook and Twitch, all at the same comment shelf. Good morning, children. It's good to see you. You guys gonna hang out for church?
No.
You want to stay for church? Listen,
No.
yeah, you want to stay for church?
I'm done.
Can I have my phone?
You want your phone? You don't want to stay for church?
No. Ow, that hurt.
No church.
Okay. You can have your phone. Aiden, you got that? Instagram people. I'm gonna give Nellie her phone here. We're gonna
Hold
vibe
on.
out.
Before.
Hold on. Oh, Nellie's waving at everybody on Instagram. Okay. Instagram. Who's up there right now? I can't see. If you're watching on Instagram, we're gonna
There's 4 people. Nice.
we're gonna take church over. If you're on not Twitch, gosh, Facebook, it's live. YouTube's live.
Okay.
Twitch is live.
That's it. I waved.
TikTok is live. Instagram, you're going down though, but I love you guys. Thanks for hanging out. You can get on a lot of different channels if you need some help. Oh, also before you guys go, I did a workshop on meditation. It's just called Meditation 101 for lack of a cooler name. But it's just the basics. It's all the stuff that I've learned in my own meditation practice. Stuff that works without all the frills and things like that. So it's a real simple course. I made it half off for anybody that's coming and meditating in the morning. So enter the code live meditation. Check out on my website. Just go look for the meditation course, live meditation. We'll get you 50% off that course. So if you want to keep joining us every morning at 6:30, I highly recommend doing that course. It's simple. It's like an hour with content. It's all broken up. You get the idea. I'm gonna read these comments. Nels Bells. Hello. Oh, I can barely reach over that far.
Wait, here,
Oh,
I can read them.
You read them all.
Someone said hello. Someone said thank you.
Anyway, I'm glad you guys had a good meditation vibe. I'm glad you're all here. And feel free to like the video. I know you guys have been.
Yes, let's meditate, brother. Happy Sunday, back for my 2nd time. Nice. My friends also like your videos. I showed them. I like your videos. Good night from Japan. Japan.
All right, Nelly.
I want to go to Japan. Wait, hold on. I'm seeing all. Whoever said something. Okay.
Good. Did you read through all the comments?
Yes.
Good. Okay.
And
Everybody
I
on
waved at
Instagram,
everybody.
go find it on another channel. I love you guys.
Bye.
Nelly, can you scoot up so I take the phone out so you don't destroy the whole mount like last time? It's easy. You just go this way. There you go. Hey guys.
Yeah.
Thanks.
He likes to swim. Put him in the water.
Just leave him there. Thanks for all the stuffed animals, Nelly. Appreciate that. You know, sometimes dad duties come in the way of church. Oh no. Oh man. Okay, Jim. Namaste. I see you as well. Hello. And hello everybody. Aaron, that was a good one. Beautiful cold chicken you have there. Yep. Amazing sesh. Yeah, I'm glad you guys liked it. All right, let me get these things up. If you're hanging out on Facebook or on YouTube or on Twitch, hello there. Actually, let me see who's here. Not who's here, but where you're at. I see you out there. Twitch is vibing. Might be Nikolai. Anyway, good to have you. Oh man, I'm running 2 cameras here. Something looks discombobulated. It's really messing with my eyes. My stand is slightly off, but my camera is straight. Oh, this is gonna torture me. I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna not look at it. Oh, good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Hello. Okay, cool. We're in. Well, welcome, TikTok. Glad you guys are here. I was gonna meditate and start ranting church, but then the kids came out, so we did Kid Zone for a second. Hold on, my Twitch camera's not straight. I can't handle it when the horizon lines aren't straight, and when you're working at different angles. You have different cameras at different angles. You got to make sure each one's horizon line. It's horrible. It's really horrible trying to stream on multiple platforms, especially when it's first thing in the morning and you just want to go and meditate. And you're like, no, I can do this. I got all my gear ready. Put it by the door. It's just it's a 8-foot journey from my door to this little spot. It doesn't have anything to do with the steps. It's too many connections. I'm like, oh God. Just trying to meditate. Anyway, I'm glad you guys had a good session this morning. It felt good for me. I was in a nice little space. Anybody have anything? And who's been practicing? There's a few of you guys here. Tanks, of course, I see you up there popping in. Any of you guys been practicing multiple times with us, like in the last couple weeks, or just been able to pop in? I don't know, enough times where you're like, yeah, I kind of feeling this. I'm getting in a nice little groove. You know what I mean? Something like that. I'd love to hear anybody, any shifts going on in your life, anything like that, like what's going on, because that's where it's at. Why do we go and sit and do this little meditation practice? And I think that's one of the things that also, maybe a side topic that I love to try to warn against, or try to educate people on, or try to bring people aware of, whether it be meditation as a practice, or going to church on Sunday as a discipline practice. So this is part of my doing, the Sabbath and rest, and that kind of part of the practice. It's this modality of whatever the religion is. So if it's meditation, or if it's the church on Sunday, or if it's the whatever the thing is, yoga, doing whatever, the mass, doing your prayers, whatever the practice is, it should be leading you back to a space of connectedness, of beingness. Now, if you take that as a space of connected with God, yeah, cool, and you're in God's grace and everything's good, yeah, bravo, you did it. Like, cool it down. Or if it's a space of within, where you're like, here I am. I'm within the grace of God. Same thing. I mean, you feel it no matter which way. You're just generating within yourself to start off to, okay, I'm good. So all we're doing, I mean, if we're really being honest with ourselves about all of the stuff, about all of the, I don't know, things of life, the dramas in life, or the God of life, or the outside of us, the God, here is how I perceive God, here is something outside. All of it is still self-justified within ourselves. Like, did I hear God? Did I hear God's voice? Yeah, I heard it. Was that God leading me? Yeah, that was God leading me. It's like we agree with ourselves, did that mean enough for me to think that was the thing I was supposed to be doing? Yeah. All right. Everybody cool? All right, you sure you're supposed to be doing that thing? Yeah, God told me. God told me to do this thing. So, no matter what we do, in any practice or any tradition, any idea of something outside of ourselves, of God outside of ourselves, we're always left with self-justifying the thought, the concept, the thing. So in all of these traditions, it's ultimately a space of within. It doesn't matter what you do. You're ultimately self kind of justifying it anyway. So anyway, meditation is just a lot faster than all that shit, you know? You can just go in there and figure out what you're talking about. And easy. All you got to do is sit still and be quiet, you know? That's why we like to meditate. All that nonsense of who's talking to who and who's in charge of what, that goes out the window because you're like, oh, it's just me in here anyway, having this conversation about who's in charge of what. Like, God who? I made this up. Like, it's my concept. Damn it. It's still me in there. Like, no matter how I unpack it. So, all of those concepts, why I love going to meditation to be such a simple way to figure out what you're talking about. But ultimately, no matter what concept it is in life, whatever, or maybe whatever thing it is in life, we're all trying to move towards something that feels better, right? We're all moving towards, okay, I'm tired of this way of being. I'm tired of this pain. I'm tired of this discomfort, and I'm going to get up and do something about it. You know what I mean? That's basically all we ever do in humanity. We'll do the exact same thing in our patterns over and over again until it hurts enough, and then we shift. You know, it's like we either move towards it magnetically, oh, I like this, thunk, or not. I don't like this. I'm going to push away from it and do something different. I'll read a couple comments real quick. I see them there, and I'm trying not to look at them. Let's see. Good morning. In meditation and stuff, or just general. Notice it's harder to me to do the things that are good for me, but I have been pushing harder. It's harder for you to do the things. Yeah, it's always harder to do things that are good for us. That's the interesting thing about it, because all of the things that we've been doing that were bad for us, we realize were bad for us, were previously like, oh, okay, I can just do this thing. I'll get away with it. You know, it was like, oh, I'll just do this little thing, you know, whatever it is. And then all of a sudden, now it's like controlling your life, and it's bad for you. Before it was just like a little thing, you know, whatever. Now it's definitely bad for you. You know, it's taken over your life, or whatever the proverbial thing is. So we push away harder and harder at the thing. We say, oh, this is the thing that's bad for me. I want to do things that are good for me. But we never deal with really the reason why maybe we're doing the bad thing in the first place, why we move towards the bad thing. We say, oh, it's harder for me to do the good things. Well, all of the things were why you were doing the bad things, and all of the things of why you were doing the bad things, and all of the things about the bad things that are not the good things that you want to be doing, those all had to do with like an old version of you. It had to do with all of your old ideas of who you were as a person. So it's harder and it's easier, it's more comfortable to do those things as you are if you're trying to, you know, come to that space of center, know yourself more. You get sucked into your old ways of being because it's comfortable, because it's hard to deal with the shit. You know, it's hard to deal with your own your stuff. And even on a real practical way, when you, like, if we're talking meditation here or dealing with your stuff, and people get really like, they're like, I don't want to do it anymore. I don't want to do this like journey anymore. I'm just going to chill because it hurts. Because the more no matter what we do, we try to like what's the word? The more we touch on some element of pain in our journey, or the more we try to undo something that we think of as self-destructive. I'm going to stop doing this thing. I'm going to try to clean my life up a little bit, my journey up a little bit. The more it opens up the pain of why we were doing the thing in the first place. You know, it's sort of this, when we start digging in on these emotional spaces, it opens up these feelings. Ugh. we go sit and meditate for a little while, and we turn off the voices that are covering all of the feelings, and all of a sudden we're like, whoa, we're left with all these feelings of stuff. And all of those feelings of things are the very things that are keeping you from moving forward in life. All of those fears and that pain and all of that stuff like that. It keeps you from not only moving forward in life, but to appreciate God, to see the beauty of God, to see the beauty of everything around you, to really be lost in it, to do the whole human experience thing. You know, I mean, we're at church here. Like, why are we ranting about all this stuff? To find something more, to find a bigger version of whatever God is, you know. Now we can look at God and say, hey, here's God. Here's this thing that I've conceptualized, which is, you know, within me effectively, that I'm, you know, no matter what I do, no matter how I think of it, it's still me thinking of it. And that's problematic, you know. So we do all this thing to connect with something outside of ourselves, with God, with something more, because we all are drawn to this feeling of there's more, you know, there's much more than this little shell of existence that I'm in. We all have that feeling of, oh, there's something outside of ourselves. There's something bigger than this little like grind. There's something bigger than the grind, you know? Anybody ever be in the grind and you're like, oh, wait a minute, hold on. Hold on a second here. What is this shit, you know? What in the fuck am I actually doing? I don't know if you've ever had that moment, but that's called waking up, kids. That's when you wake up and you're like, oh damn, I'm in this level of existence where I was like meaningless. I'm just doing the same things over and over again. What am I fucking doing with myself? You know, like, god damn it, I need to go ride a bike or something. So then, you know, you have a little moment, you know, usually that's like a midlife crisis, you know, buy a Corvette, have a great time. And you try to figure out, how am I going to connect with God? How am I going to connect with my moment deeper? Everybody's doing it. Everybody's always trying to find it. Everybody's trying to find a little death. Everybody's trying to get stoned or go fuck and have an orgasm and have this little moment. Here I am. Lost in God. Out of the head, out of that space of driving yourself fucking crazy all the time, because what are we doing when we're going to suppress anything? It's just trying to turn off all the thoughts. Anything. Go take enough of anything. You eat enough food, right? It turns off all the feelings, and that kind of turns off all the thoughts. You go fuck enough, and you can have an orgasm, you jack off. Go have an orgasm, that turns it off for a second. Your brain's not working, you know? You're in God. You're in God mode. Everybody's always seeking for this more space, this outside of themselves. But when you turn off all that seeking for more, you're in it. You've found it, you know? So how do you live in it? How do you be in the world and not of the world? How do you be in the middle of all of this noise and wildness and still appreciate all of the of everything around you without having to go have an orgasm in the middle of the street or something, you know? That's problematic in most cultures. How do you find that connection, that no mind, that in being held in the grace of God, this infinite the infinite you know, the whole thing. How do you practice yourself into a space of that? How do you be doing that? It's like what we're all looking for. Everybody's looking for it. You know, you can bullshit yourself all you want, but even if you're like, well, I'm gonna do this now, and then once I pay for all my sins of being born now, then later on I'll be like, with God. And it's like, you're full of shit. You know, you're just deferredness. Everybody's looking for it though. Everybody's looking for the same thing. Everybody's grinding away at it. Everybody's trying to make more money so they can get more stuff so they can go, where's my Think about what your is. I'm gonna go get some more tea. Ow. Oh God, fuck. This is my latest Oh, I forgot about this Look at this son of a bitch. Oh, took a skateboard in it twice. Same spot right here under the stuff. Oh man. That'll make you go, ah, fuck. Oh, God. Yes. My tea is not ready yet, guys. But think about that. You know what I'm saying? The ah, that ah, that moment. Ow. I don't want to sit down all the way yet because it makes me go, ow. But I was just thinking about it. You get done at church, right? All the church ladies, you're standing outside eating a donut. What are they doing? Oh, God is so good, right? Oh, God is so good. Did you feel that? Did you hear that sermon? You know, everyone's like, did you feel it? Did you feel the awe? So what's that little awe for you? What's that like? What's that thing? What is the awe? You know? Is it making art? Is it orgasm? Is it? When are you lost in it? When are you lost in the beauty of God? Do tell. Put in the comments. My tea is almost ready. Just everybody calm down. Talk amongst yourselves. It's still early over here, right? Oh, God. We skated a bunch yesterday. Fuck me. Oh. I swear this has been the longest in the history of mankind that's ever taken the water to heat up. I'm not even at high altitude. I'm literally at sea level. I can do this. Did you guys find out? Did you find out what your was? Like, because I want to know. And thanks for all the likes, guys. Keep them coming. Likety up. Likety up. Likety like. Likety up, you know? Is it a midlife crisis if you buy a Porsche instead of a Corvette? Well, I mean, good call, but I'd take the Porsche, you know? I'd bought an e-bike, you know? Like a 12-year-old out there on an e-bike, just experiencing God. Like, I mean, I did all that stuff when I was 12. I had a great time on a bike. It wasn't like that was not taken away, but I've definitely learned to embrace all of the fun. So, I mean, really, honestly, a midlife crisis is just, that gets a bad rap, but really that's the glow up, you know? We give it a bad rap because somebody jumps out of society and they're like, fuck this noise, I'm not doing this anymore, and they go have fun and everyone goes, oh, they had a crisis. And it's like, now they had a glow up, son. They're out there doing whatever the fuck they wanted, you know? They broke out of the noise. They're like, oh, I can go drive this Porsche around fast and feel good. Get ladies. I don't give a fuck. Let's go. You know. You're living all jacked up before and just grinding away and hating your life, and everything goes to shit on you. It's like, what else? Why not? Jeez, have a good time, have a glow up. Go work out. Good morning, nature and sun, air and breath, seeing a newborn or children. That's your that's cool. Yeah, the nature, the sun, air, the air you breathe, seeing a newborn. Yeah, that newborn vibe of that, especially when it's someone close to you, someone you. Oh, tea's ready. Hold on. I'm coming, child. All right. We can talk about the benefits of having a midlife crisis all day, but let's keep on track here, guys. Let's keep on the. This is church. We can talk about midlife crisis in night church, right? This is morning church. Top of the morning to you. Okay. Let's see. Okay, cool. We got some things here. We're experiencing that moment when you're lost in it. You got that, when you're present with that beautiful nature situation, the breath, when you're just lost in it. You're cheating. You're mindful, present. That's that. You can find these moments in all of these things. My first God experience was when I was surfing a first 10 to 12 foot set, and I realized the ocean isn't an entity in itself, and then I realized I was big and oh man, that's funny. Yeah, you can have and I think that's great that you like got saved there on that wave in a way, where you're like, what the fuck? It breaks you out of it, like, oh, this is all bigger than me. Oh, there's something much bigger than me. And everybody goes to, and that's a very freeing thing of, oh, here I am, like surfing amidst this big, massive, powerful God thing. When you're on a 10 to 12 foot wave, like, I've never been on a 10 to 12 foot wave. I have swam in surf that was like 8 to 10 foot, and holy fuck balls. That is a terrifying. You were completely out of control. Imagine a giant grabbing your foot and just going fling. Like, that's how it feels. You're like, I have nothing. I'm nothing. I am absolutely nothing in this. So yeah, you have this very overwhelming experience of like, oh, I am nothingness. Or I am so small compared to this thing. When you have an experience like that with nature, that it makes you really go, what? Wait, whoa, what? All of these, what am? You have a little dark night of the soul situation. Like, what am I? What is there more? And that's what we all do. We feel this. Maybe we're less self-focused, and all of a sudden we go, whoa! Something wakes us up, and we go, what is this? Oh. And maybe we have those moments of self where we have it like scheduled, where it's like, I'm gonna work and grind, and then I'm gonna like drink enough till I hit that moment of yeah, and then I'm fucked. If I have a moment of or I'm gonna work and grind, and then I'm gonna fuck, and then I'm gonna and I have an orgasm, and then I'm in a little moment, then I'm there. But we have these little scheduled blips of it, but how do we find that, like, in that surfing a big wave, that experience of like, oh shit, like, this is more than me. And, oh wow, okay, I'm sort of I'm in this bigger thing. So there's like a difference here of ways to look at it. I think what we're talking about, and I guess the reason why we're at church here, looking for God, right, is that bigger version of God, like the thing you feel when your ego is or your ego of self surfing 10 to 12 foot waves. I'm gonna die. This is way bigger than me. Oh shit. You have a little moment and you go, wow, I'm in this thing. So that's why I'm like, oh, you were saved. Like you woke up from humanity to say, oh, I'm in a bigger thing here. Now, it's funny. Anybody that looks at any like big science energy, they see the bigger thing and they're like, damn, what the fuck? What is this? Anybody with the big telescopes and anybody with the big microscopes, the stuff that looks way outside of the spectrum that we understand, those guys are like, what is this? And that's the beauty of it, and that's the thing of it, and that's the glory of it, is all of it's just happening. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, it doesn't care if you don't care. You can go do whatever you want. It doesn't give a fuck. You're just part of it. In fact, you doing whatever you want outside of the need, your thought of what it needs, which is your programming. You doing whatever you want is so in the glory of God. It's ridiculous. You can't even help it. It's magnetic. Like when we're talking about on that spectrum, this greater entity thing that is within all things and of all things that, cannot possibly be known by the mind of man, because it is so much more. But maybe we are just made in an image, a shadow of this, a likeness. Because we cannot know this thing, but we pretend to know. And the more people pretend to know, and the more people grind into their knowing of, oh, I know God, this or that, the more they do not know, because they're blocking off a very small segment of God and godness and what God is at the expense of all the rest of God. How do you give up some God and not like have the rest of it if the whole thing is God? If you're running around there as a religious person saying that you are love, or that God is love, and you got any kind of talk of love, do you think about the person that you like the least, the person that reviles you, the person that pisses you off in your own personal life? You love God at the level you love the least of his children. You love God the least of whatever it is. All that hate you have for stuff, that's your hate for God. All of that offense that everybody out there doing this and that, oh, that's your hate for God. That's your offense at God. The whole thing moving around is God happening. Our little tiny ego of man, our soul view, is us, our humanity. And when we break that gap of like, oh, what is this? What is this bigger thing? We realize that, oh, we're in it, this bigger thing, and our separation from the bigger thing was our thought that I know what was right, that I am this sole individual doing this, and I am not surfing on a wave, but I am in charge of this. It's like, no, you're not fucking in charge of that wave. That wave does whatever it wants. You're just riding it. Now, the more you give in and the more you release into the process of that, the funner it is, and the less likely you are going to die. So that's a benefit. Kind of a horrible analogy when we got all this judgment talk and things within, Western Christianity and stuff like that, but neither here nor there. My moment is every time I swim in the ocean, just brings me to life. Yup. You feel it. Yeah, you just like connected. And that's a beautiful one too. So we're talking on these like different metaphysical type things and stuff as well. When you are connected and immersed in the ocean, I live right by the ocean. I've played with this concept a lot. Everybody loves the feeling of their toes in the sand. Maybe, okay, some people don't like sand, right? So just connect with that. Maybe without the textures, the grit, or maybe without any cold or fear of sharks. You know, take all of the ocean fear things out and just go with the energetic feeling of it, the being held in water that's like, you know, nice, you know, you're in a good temperature and it's like nice and sloshing along there. It's like a big bath. Oh man, you're just swimming in it, you're moving. It's just this beautiful like sensory thing for your nervous system. We're sitting in the sand where you're all warm and your toes are in there, and you know it's got the you know, you're real connected in that the moisture level, like layer of it. You gotta be wet here. What I'm thinking is conductivity with the sand, with that extra, like with the salt water happening. With the you know, obviously the salt content in it makes an extra extra conductive with the earth. You're in that like natural frequency of the earth, that like 432 frequency that everybody likes the feel of, which I will demonstrate right now, which effectively is this bowl that I always ding. It's the same hertz. Let me get that a little louder. So that effectively the sound of this little humming is about the same feeling as putting your toes in the sand. Yeah? All right. So that's why when not necessarily like that particular frequency of 432, that is just a frequency, this kind of relative frequency that feels very soothing and calming. But when you have that God connection with nature, or like you do in the ocean, you know, it just brings you to life. You are deeply immersed in this energetic field with the water, with the salt, the conductivity on you. Um, I think you're deeply immersed. You're like it messes with your sense of self a little bit more. Your ego of form, even being held in the water. You're more like, oh, I'm just a part of all of this. I'm not so. You don't have such a a layer to you. You're like a part of the whole thing. So yeah, there's something about being in the water that gives you that you know, and also, you know, I mean, maybe reminder of our nervous system of being held in utero, you know, something about it. But yeah, that'll definitely take people right back into that moment of God, that connection. Top of the morning, yeah, crazy surf stuff. Morning, Ryan, good to see you. Oh yeah, completely out of control. I felt so small yet so free. It felt like a gift, in a way. Like yeah, that's great. We're talking about this big wave surfing. Yeah, it felt like a gift. Yeah, well, it gives you. You're like, oh, everything in life is a gift. Wow. Here I am out of my head. You know, it's great. I don't know if I have the strength to leave someone I've been with for 3 years. Okay. Um, I guarantee you, as soon as you come to like, it's once you hit the pain point, you know, where we all do it, and then you'll be like, all right, I'm over it. You know. So that's the thing of life where we can learn that pain point, where that boundary is. Everybody kind of has to learn it. So you just sort of have to do it and figure it out. Or you can take other people's advice, you know, and just do the thing and learn. But you really just got to figure it out on your own. But you'll have enough strength to do the thing you know you're supposed to do once you figure out how to have enough strength to do the thing you're supposed to do. Because it's just you there having an experience. So I believe in you, and I think you're doing great. And even this, whatever you're going through, is part of your experience, which is good. And in hindsight, you'll be like, oh, that was great. So look at this right now as you're going through it. It's like, okay, what am I experiencing here? No, don't be so lost in the thing. What is my life experience here on this little bit broader spectrum of a little bit other than just this very moment of pain? Okay, back to the waves. The ocean was saying you can choose to accept this wave and take it, or you can live in fear or not. Yeah, live in fear and not. Yeah, exactly. Yep. It's like, here's a gift, and those sets are coming by quick too, right? Especially on the big waves, they're fast. So it's like, here's a gift, motherfucker. You better get in it. It's gonna be gone. Oh man, love the glasses. Thank you. These are from Crap Eyewear. This little company in LA that makes hilarious, amazing sunglasses, and I love them. So, oh yeah, same situation. 11 years together. Yeah. Ironically, you guys are. Is this 3? Yeah, 3 and 11. Man, I'm not to laugh at your pain. I've just been through all of these pains. I know you're doing so good, and you're gonna be okay. There is a 3, a 7, and an 11. For whatever reason, it happens in relationships. You get 3 years, 3 months dating relationship. I have a whole podcast episode on this. If you guys are interested, I don't remember what it was called, but I'm pretty sure I recorded a podcast episode on this. But you get that 3 month, right? Once 3 months hits, nobody can uphold that, like whoever they were, whatever they were pretending to be. You know, nobody can keep it up for longer than 3 months. Everybody's like farted in front of each other. You know, maybe not, but you know, you get the idea. You're a little more comfortable, and so your true self comes out. So in 3 months, and then also 3 years, I think, in relationships. You know, once it's been around for a minute, you know, and then I think there's that 7 month and that 7 year itch where you really, if there was some hidden stuff, like the true self is out by now. You know, you've had some stuff. The true person is revealed, and you either blow or stay around. And then there's always like that year point, or the 11 month. I always say like the 11-month point. You know, it gets that year. The year is when it blows. If it didn't get sorted out by that 7-month spot, it always happens about that 11-month spot. And it also happens in years too, for whatever reason. You get that 7-year itch in relationship, and you got that 11-year I've seen a lot of people I know 11 years. I was 11 years, and a lot of people same thing. And for whatever reason, I've seen that 3 and that 11 and that 7 in relationship dynamics, like transitional points, many times. But yeah, how's the pain? Are you ready to go? You don't have to stay in it if it sucks. And it's been 11 years of sucking. It's your pain point, you know? Got to be real with yourself about what hurts and what you're covering up and who you want to be as a person. That'll help sort some things out. Anyway, what time is it? You can keep ranting for a little bit more. I've enjoyed this morning, church. And I think just to maybe wrap up any church elements, if you guys are still hanging out from when we were kind of churching. No matter what church you're at, you're still making it up. You're still quantifying what you believe in your own head. So, just like user 1117532851479 had an experience of, I'm just in this thing and I'm alive. And he had his own experience in a big wave at church. You know, he still quantified his aliveness in the big wave, church of big wave. Oh yes, here I am. And in any religious structure, you're always going to quantify your own aliveness or your own connection with God. But here, yeah, okay, I believe it. You're just quantifying it yourself. So drop any judgment that any institution has told you, because all of those are made up as control mechanisms. It doesn't exist. And you are free in every moment to live your life in the kingdom. That you are free to be in the middle of it and not of it, knowing that, all of my concepts of everything out there is just my illusion, and I'm creating all of this within my own head. The way I see it, the way I perceive it is all within my own head. Because all of it exists, all of the good, all of the bad. It always is there. You can find it on any corner. Good shit, bad shit. You know? Same corner even. Multiple corners. It's just where you look. It's just how you perceive life. That's it. And so, previously, user 1117532851479 perceived life one way, and then he changed his perspective after surfing a big wave, and life was a different way. It's just you in there, guys. Just having your own perception. It's all your own journey. There's nothing outside of you. You're having your own little game up there. So just watch out for any institutions that'll tell you to pay them money, and or you're fucked. So come here, get unfucked. Be unfucked. Here, let me find a wand. This will work. Go be unfucked, because it's fine. I mean, honestly, that's pretty much it. I'd stop my career of making videos right now, but there are only 12 people watching. Fuck. It's like, go be unfucked. You're okay. There's literally nothing more to say about the whole thing. Because that's the human experience. That's the journey. And there's so much more outside of that little soul existence. So go be unfucked. And don't pay attention to any institution that will tell you to pay money to be unfucked. Speaking of which, you guys need to pay me some money to be unfucked. Alright? So send your tithes and donations. Oh god, I just got sick to my stomach even joking around about that. Oh. Oh god. I can't do it. Whew. Sweating. Look. Anyway, I did write a meditation workshop. I figured I'd work for it, you little bitches. I wrote a rad workshop and did some videos. It'll teach you how to get unfucked. Seriously. It's all the stuff I learned that's chopped out all the bullshit, you know? So here's the basics. Here's get unfucked. Real easy, like. So I would like you to all buy that thing that I worked hard on. Go fucking spend energy exchange with your money. Don't give it to an imaginary god so somebody can buy some new fucking curtains. God damn it. Anyway, go buy some, like, go to a local company and buy a candle or something. You know, if you really got to put your money into some like glory, like to appreciate God, go send it to an artist, you know? Jeez. Anyway, Joel, at least Olstein is laughing all the way to the bank. God, anyway, yeah. So go buy my meditation workshop. It's only $22 if you use the coupon code, which is live meditation. Live meditation? God, I should have made an easier coupon code. Live meditation. You got to type the whole thing in like an idiot. Live meditation. To get half off, or just buy it for full price. It's only $44, you dummies. If you got a job, buy it for full price. You know, I'll give it to some other people that really need it. That's your tithes and offerings. Jeez, can it be like that? With God, send us money. Those churches have. I've played at these churches. You guys have no fucking idea how disgusting it is, right? And when you're on the other side of the aisle, or the other side of the curtain, it's a different feeling. But having played at all these big churches in the distant past, like as a professional guitarist, you know, oh god, it's just so gross. It's disgusting what they like spend money on, and like, oh yeah, this is what God wants kind of thing. It's like, oh jeez. Oh, I feel sick now talking about. I need to go ride my bike. Everybody, let's just send Joel Osteen some love. Okay, anytime. This is what because seriously, I feel gross about it right now. Just because it just brought up old feelings, you know. And not in a big way. I'll be fine. I'll pass through, you know. But it's like, just because I have church trauma there, and I think Joel Osteen's an absolute fucknut, doesn't mean that I shouldn't love Joel Osteen deeply and be like, man, what's going on in your world that makes you feel the way that these ways, you know? What went wrong, man? Like, what's going down for someone that purportedly is building the kingdom, which is this external thing? You certainly got a lot of internal thing going on. What's up, buddy? So, I don't know. I don't want to hate on him, even though it makes me sick. But, you know, it doesn't do anybody any good to be sending them bad vibes. We want Joel Osteen to not be such a fucknut. You know, we might as well love on him. Right? If you guys are unfamiliar with who Joel Osteen is, he's like one of the grossest like televangelists with like massive just piles of money everywhere. Just this real skeezy McGeezy, you know? That's a technical term. Write that down. Write that down. Skeezy McGeezy. It's important. If you can learn anything in church, at least learn some of the lingo, you know? Okay? You gotta know how to talk the talk. You can't just walk the walk. It's important. Skeezy McGeezy. Did you guys say that? What did I just say? I don't even remember what I said. I'll have to go look. Sleazy McGeezy? Skeezy McGeezy? Oh, the code for the discount is live meditation. God, I wish I'd just make this real easier on us and been like 50% or something. I was trying to make it something I could give to the people on meditate just for the live audience that are coming to do the morning meditations, because it's like I want you guys to do the fucking course, you know? I really want you to go watch the videos because you'll get it. You'll be like, oh, okay, I get it. That's easy. I'll sit like this. I'll do these breaths. I get it, you know? Yeah. Creflo Dollar is Skeezier. Skeezy McGeezy. I like that one. Looked a little magical. McGeezy. Oh man, McGeezy. If I maybe if I get another chicken, I'm gonna name it Skeezy McGeezy. That'll be a great name for a chicken. Come here, Skeezy McGeezy. I got a mealworm for you. You know. Oh man. Oh, you just watched the intro video? You're gonna do it? Yes. It's the course. The meditation course is real simple, guys. It's like there's one 20-minute video. That's like the main teaching one. Like get the principle about what's going on here, and then it's broken up into little like 5 to 7 minute videos, kind of 3 to 7 minute videos of talking about, okay, here's how we sit, here's how we manage our thoughts, here's how we feel these things, kind of different elements that you'll run into. And honestly, it's enough to get you into a perfect, amazing meditation practice. Just those follow these simple steps, you know, kind of bullshit. But it's a pretty systematic process that you can do. And then I just explain it my own Daniel way, and you know, it's a good course. You should definitely buy it. But use the coupon code or pay full price. It's only $44 full price. I just, you know, want my meditation people to have it make sure they can do it. But the code is live meditation. Breathwork has been a game changer. Yep. And I have some breathwork videos in there and plan on adding some more. Just to plug it again, you know, guys, there's some goodies in there. You'll definitely learn some breathwork. Yeah, breathwork's been huge for me too. I very often, maybe outside of any appropriate, proper breathwork, like sitting down, I definitely very often consciously do conscious breathing as I'm going about my day, of just breathing as I'm like riding my bike. But doing actual breathwork sessions, like sitting down in like a Wim Hof session or something like that, a guided session, that'll really open some stuff up for you. That'll really help you access some. And when we say access and open stuff up, those are kind of hippie terms. All the stuff that blocks you up, all of your fears, all of your traumas and things like that, all that stuff, it shakes those feelings loose, and you kind of got to work through them in this environment, but it helps to like clear them all out in a way. And then you come out of that and you're just like, yes, like let's fucking roll, you know. It really wakes your little emotional system up. I don't know how else to say it, but it's great. Leroy's great. Dude, isn't Leroy a player? I have this little lizard that lives by my house, guys. So if you haven't been following along, we have a relationship with Leroy. He's this little blue belly that was camped out on my mat and was like unafraid that I was going to step on him. But he would, if I tried to reach down and touch him, he didn't fear my feet at all, really, but he feared my hand. So I'm like, dude, stop. I'm like, can you please not step? I'm going to step on you. I'm like going to come out and just step right on you. And I'm going to feel so bad. And so I put a little rock next to, you know, not a little rock. I want Leroy to have it was a nice size rock for a lizard, you know, a good one. And, not too fancy, you know. I didn't like left the dirt on it, you know, make it feel natural. And but it was a good looking rock. And it was dark because he liked the dark mat. So I'm like, he likes the heat. Sure enough, he started sitting on the rock, you know. I propped it up just right for him. I knew it. I was like, right, he's gonna like it right here. Sure enough, he sits on there every day, and he got a little. The kids and I made him some yard decor, and we got some little flamingos from we went to the craft store and went to the dollhouse section, and we got some nice stuff for his yard, and we made some little mushrooms and some yard gnomes out of some polymer clay. You know, we had to spruce it up for him. And I started feeding him mealworms, and now he jumps in my hand. He's got a little girlfriend, and there's a couple other friends that come over and hang out. And Shannon, I haven't seen her for a couple of days. I don't know if they're in it or not right now, but you know, might have been a summer thing. I didn't really know, but I was like, Leroy, I love you, dude. I'm here for you. So we got a thing. He's more of a neighbor. He's more just like a friendly neighbor than my lizard or anything. He's just a guy that lives next door, and we hang out. Working on replacing the Chiba with breath. Yeah, that's a great way to do it. Swap it out. The fact that he sticks around is out of this world. Yeah, I know where he is too during the day. He always hangs out at different spots. I kind of like got his cycle down, so if I want to go say hi, I'll just walk over when it's like, oh, there he is in the bush. Yeah, he lives there. I have a rescue leopard gecko. Never knew I would enjoy so much. Yeah, they have such a funny little like you can get to know their personality. I've gotten to know the lizards' personalities. There's 3 other lizards that come around, but Leroy's the king. He's a little player too. He's this fat little thing, right? He's kind of stumpy. He's got a bent tail. He scraped his back all up trying to get under my door or something, and it was all messed up. He looks like he's a little, like I should put a little gold chain on him, like a little Russian mob boss or something. He's like, and all the other lizards are pretty mellow looking. Leroy's different, you know. He's built different. Shannon's cute. She's like a little tan lizard. She comes and lays on him. It's the cutest thing. You have no idea. She literally like hops up on his rock with him and chills out with him. I've only gotten one video of Shannon and him cuddling. Because she's fast. She's quick. Maybe they had a fight and that's why the yard work is top. Oh, the yard work was fucked. I think it's always the chickens though. I got Leroy some new rocks. Put some rocks around. I don't think it's gonna do anything for the chickens, but I'll just have to fix his little yard every day. It's okay. Had a similar blue belly that was around my work for months. Named a Big Chungus. Yeah, it's a thing. You can get a little. They have like, I'm pretty sure, I'm gonna have to look into lizard culture, but I'm realizing they definitely have territories. I'm seeing them now where they're coming from and how they engage. There's a couple that live over here in the rocks. And there's one that Leroy hangs out with, the same one that comes and they run around on the fence together. And then there's a couple over there. Like it's funny. I don't know if they were always, I don't remember seeing so many lizards in my yard before. But it might be a reticular activation system, you know, when you're thinking about it, you see it. But really, it does seem like Leroy has his little rock in his spot where he's like, this is my fucking turf. And then the other lizards like come around. He's up on a rock. I have a picture of it. Leroy and Shannon on the rock, and there's another lizard like looking up at him. Like, you cool rock, dude. Oh gosh. I don't know. I didn't try to. This stuff just happens to me. Honestly though, this brings me back to my original point. which wasn't, that had no point, but you get the idea. There is, the world is, I don't remember I have the quote on my wall. I don't remember the person I don't know who I'm quoting. The world is full of magic, just waiting for you to attune your senses, right? There's magic all around you, everywhere. That's like the whole stop and smell the roses thing. It's everywhere, but we just get so jammed up in our heads. We miss it. So I could be living at this house, doing my thing, going in and out, going in and out. But instead, I was paying attention, and I was just attuned to the world around me. And I was like, "Oh, hey, buddy, what's up, little lizard?" You know, just saw a little lizard and talked to him, and we made friends. And now all of this magic is in my yard. Like, I seriously, this lizard comes in on my hand. If I have mealworms, he'll jump on my hand, and I can hold him. He like sits there and eats worms. And the other lizards are like coming around, and I'm seeing all this like magical little like life that they do like throughout the day. Now that I'm paying attention, I see this little interplay that they do, and it's really cool. It's just really neat. I see all this whole life down here, you know, all this little stuff happening. I see there's little signs of lizards now, you know, and I wasn't paying attention to that before, but there I was attuning my senses, and now I'm like in this fun little like lizard, magical like lizard like. When you have a wild lizard come jump on your hand because he knows you and he knows you're safe, it's the coolest thing ever. It's great. It's so great. It's a very like honoring, like, oh, okay, I will respect your space, you know. It's a cool thing, and you have to be in that energy to do it. They won't just do it. If you want them to come to you, you know, you got to bait them in there with some food, let them know that it's safe. But you have to adjust your energy to, you're not assuming anything of them. Like they're completely autonomous in their own space, you know. So anyway, that whole dynamic of attuning yourself to the magic around you is, yeah, it's it. It's like everybody always goes out external to try to find the magic. Oh, I'm gonna go to some religion. I'm gonna go do some of this. And it's like, no, even all of those things that maybe some breath work that helps you work through some trauma, maybe some meditation practices helps you, you know, work through some anxiety or whatever. All of those things are still going to bring you back into just this single moment, sitting right here with whatever's around you. That's it. That's it. That's it. It's always going to be it. You're always ever just in this moment. So all of those things of external, oh, I'm going to external reward, one day I will become, drives you away from your moment of seeing all the beauty and the magic of the little lizards doing their things. And all of that, any tradition, any tradition, any spiritual teacher of any like the base core things are always telling you to go within. There's never any, like Jesus was never said to be worshipped ever. Even him, he was like, I and the Father are one. No man comes to the Father but through me, through my embodiment, like my being state. This is how you do it, kids. Everything the light touches is mine. Yep. Yep. Oh, you built him a house, but he passed away last month. We had a ceremony for him. Yes, dude, I love that. Big Chungus, dude. I hope he's got a little gravestone. Big Chungus. I just heard a little lizard. Oh my gosh, there's a lizard sitting right beside me. She's seriously right here. Hi, how are you? I'd give you a mealworm, but I don't have anything. A little bluebelly. Do you want to jump in my hand? I don't have anything for you, but I'll let you. Can you come say hi? No? Really? Oh, there's two. They're two little young ones. They're teeny. Now they're gone. Yeah, they're two little. Oh, yeah. Speaking of the bluebellies, they were right here. I'm gonna make friends with all of them, and one day I'm gonna come here and there'll be lizards climbing all over me. You wait. You just wait. Maybe I'll get a snake too, or a tarantula. I'm far afield in thought right now, but I was thinking it would be great because I live in Encinitas. It's a beach town. Even though you see this rural environment, I'm right by the beach. I live on a dirt road. It's an old farmland property that just never got developed. And it's all shit. It's like living in like somewhere rural. It's hilarious. And it's a pretty big area, and there's other little farmland properties connected. So it's all this whole little corridor I'm in is kind of nice. It's all trees and stuff, and not a lot of houses. And I'm like, I need to get some iguanas, like baby iguanas, and let them go around here. A few years, there's a bunch of iguanas running everywhere. The neighbors will be like, what the fuck are these iguanas doing to my trees? I know it'd probably offset the ecosystem, but God, that would be hilarious. And I'd love it, some iguanas running around. Wouldn't that be great? Oh man, I'd be scared to get hit on the freeway though. Anyway, those are the things that run through my head. They came for Daniel Church. Yeah, the little lizards do. The chickens, I don't know where my ladies are. They came around earlier when we were meditating, but then they wandered off somewhere else to go find some food. But normally the chickens are hanging out too. But yeah, they do come. It's funny. I think the animals come when you get yourself out of you. It's a good indicator. If animals love you, your energy is good. If animals are afraid of you, you might be afraid of yourself. Just watch how animals are around you. If there's fear or anger in you, the animals, they don't come near you. They're like, nah, I'm cool. I don't want any of that. I'm not really picking up what you're selling. So if you can use the animals as an indicator, truly, as a familiar, like a witch is familiar. Almost like tells the witch she has anxiety before she realizes that she's anxious. The cat starts acting weird when something's up, and then it lets her know, oh, something's up with me. Kind of vibes like that. But yeah, the other way too, even with wild animals, you can get them to come very close to you and be very nearby, adjusting your energy. That's how wildlife photographers and stuff do it. They adjust their energy to be just part of the landscape. Oh, I'm here. I'm unassuming. I'm just here as an intriguing element for you to come look at. Like, what is that? There's no fear in that element. The animals are all sensing everything energetically, so they feel that, and they stay away. Or if you can draw them in with a little curiosity, you should try it sometime. Sit out there and meditate and see if you can pull some little animals in, because they're just energetic beings that are engaging with life. They don't have an ego like we do. It's these little beautiful bits of energy that are more animated for whatever reason. You can engage with them, just like you can engage with an animal, a pet that you get used to. You can engage with the ones that are in your area, like Leroy, my little lizard friend, who his turf is right beside my house because he lives in a bush right beside my front door. So we share turf, and I let him totally have his own turf, and I don't try to constrain it. And he lets me have my turf, with the house, the front mat. That's it. All I have is the house and the front mat. I just asked him not to step on that. Not he can step on it. I just don't want him laying on it, so I don't step on him. But it's this unassuming energy, and he stays around. He's like, everything's cool here. I never scare him off. Sometimes I'm like, hey bro, make sure if I'm walking here, like, you actually move. I can't see you down here, so I got to be careful over there because he's real used to me. So you can adjust your energy to have animals be cool with you, and if you've adjusted your energy to where animals are cool with you, you've certainly come to a space of being able to love yourself. So if you want to work into mysticism just because you like animals and you want them to come to you, maybe you want to work into learning to love yourself because you like animals and you want them to come to you. Maybe you want to work into healing your shit because you like animals and you want them to come to you. That's a great reason to do it, I'd say. Who doesn't want that? I don't care how tough you are. Hand any thug a kitten and they'll be like, oh God, oh, I love it. Now, obviously, there's variance there of somebody with particular scarring and or wounding, but you get the point. I think I'm gonna go ride my bike. Yep. I'm gonna go make some videos. Yep. And I'm gonna cook some food for my kids. But thanks for coming to church, guys. I'm gonna do second service tonight, so you might want to be there for that. Set a timer. I don't know what it's gonna be, but set a timer. You guys don't be late, all right? Don't be late for church. It's coming. When's it coming, Daniel? I don't fucking know. God. Jeez. Don't put that pressure on me. I'm gonna be out riding the bike. So let's put it. Look, we can do this, guys. What time's church gonna be? My kids are gonna get picked up by their mother at 5, which means I'm gonna go ride the bike. I'll probably just set my gear up, and then at some point when I feel like starting church, once I'm done riding, I'll start the live, and then I'll come. That's what I'll do. I'll set everything up so I can stream it from multiple locations at home, but then I'll start here on TikTok sometime before the sun sets in the west. That's when church is. Sometime when the sun sets in the west. Remember that. Look for church. It's coming. On the horizon. Out of the sunset. You'll get it. It's a real dramatic scene. I want you to kind of work that up in your head real quick. And now that you've done that, and you're remembering that you're at morning church, and you don't have to do any more church today, so check it off. Why don't we implement the things that church purportedly teaches us? To be deeply connected with everything around us. So go try to talk to some animals or something, do something important. Hug a tree. Maybe be really good with the other life forms around you too, like the other people. You could do something nice for someone. You could buy a coffee for someone in line. Can I get your coffee? No, yeah, please. I just want to do something nice for you just because. Thank you. Okay. What are they going to do? Be mad at you? No, you're going to brighten their day. Your day's going to get brighter, even if it was really scary to do something like that. It's only going to make everybody's day better. So you could maybe, be like, I'm going to go worship God better. I'm going to go be in this more. I'm going to go be a part of this more by facing my fears a little bit and working through some shit. You could do that. You could just sit and jack off, I guess, if you wanted to. And you have to still be a part of it. But some methods feel better than others in the long run. And don't judge yourself if you're doing any of them. Maybe. But as a practice to move into a space that feels better than where we are at, to move to a space of love, to loving yourself. And so then you go to that space of maybe doing something nice for someone else, or maybe that space of practicing love for myself so little animals will come to me, or maybe I'm just going to go sit and be quiet, Practice something like that today. I think it'd be good for you. I'm going to go do that. I always do that, so. Beach to it, suckers. Oh, man. Anyway, life is grand when you let it be grand. And if you want to have more fun, go do more fun things. That's the message of the day. All right, I'm getting out of here. Whoever's watching on Twitch, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you.